Man, what a job Mia's been doing on these effects. We really had very ambitious plans for Boonboomger, and I think the project kind of kicked our butts. This year, we really wanted it to be more of our own series versus just quick little intros before a toy review. But evidently, trying to single-handedly recreate a show that hundreds of people worked on with a zero budget is harder than you might think. But that didn't stop us from trying. A lot of people said it was nice to see us take a break when we were on our trip, but of course we were still working. We went to an aquarium in Oregon to film this scene. In this episode, an evil freezer monster was attacking and I had to make the Marine Zord like me. And of course I was unaware that Mia had just gotten a part-time job working at this very aquarium. It was so crowded here, but we really did our best to film around the people who were of course very interested in the camera, but we really tried to match the Japanese footage. I'm pretty sure this could be described as guerrilla filmmaking.
Yeah, I thought maybe we could do this real quick.
No, it's too busy.
There are some things I am just an absolute magnet for. Part me, part filmmaking. If you try to find somewhere, the middle of nowhere, and you try to set up and like just record a quick thing, people just poof, poof. You should see the tunnels.
Yeah, we haven't done that. You're just trying to get rid of us. Yeah.
I know, I can't be mad. They have every right to be there. But like we found this one little corner because the tunnels were so crowded, and obviously everyone wants to be in the tunnels. But just wherever I went, I could not get away from people for like 3 seconds. Like, come on, you see the camera standing there. We thought maybe we could just get the establishing shot and then go in this corner over here where we weren't in anybody's way and do the rest of the dialogue, but we weren't able to do it. But at the same time, what did everybody want in this corner? There's nothing there. It's the same fish that are over in the cool part. Go to the cool part, everybody. Like, come on. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember in the old California vlogs, every time we went somewhere to try to film something, whether it was indoors or outside, like out in the middle of the desert or something, or in the forest, every time people found us and just like completely surrounded us and made it impossible to film. It's not unique to us though. You may have heard about Murphy's Law when it comes to filmmaking that says anything that can go wrong will go wrong. That it definitely applies. So with the video that we were trying to make here, we got a number of our shots, but we weren't able to get all of them. Now we might be able to fix it on a green screen and, you know, some creative filmmaking, but I don't know what the status is right now. We definitely didn't get everything that we needed. And this was already 5 months ago. Boonboomger is premiering in like 2.5 weeks, something like that. One thing that people always say to us is that we should make our own show, series, animation, stop motion, you know, like all kinds of ideas along those lines. Generally, when you see something like that, you're looking at an entire crew that has a budget, that has filming permits, that has all different people that work in different departments making all this stuff, access to all sorts of filming equipment and software and hardware and studio spaces and all that. This is just Bruno and Mia. In Boonboomger, they had a lot of very ridiculous monsters. This was going to be our freezer monster. Not done.
Why do we have a freezer door, a random freezer door in our garage? Well, I don't know, honestly. They had to change our freezer door because something wasn't working, and that was easier than just replacing a wire. I don't know. Turns out they don't take the freezer door away. They just leave it, and then you're responsible for getting rid of it, and I don't know who takes the freezer door. But anyway, so since we're stuck with this thing, I figured, you know what? That could be the monster. So we were going to turn this into a freezer monster, and me and I were going to fight this thing. We're going to do the whole episode. There's going to be a Zord battle. We filmed some of it. I'm sure everybody over here follows us on the main channels and have heard me talk about funding for the channel so we can do, like, you know, bigger, fancier things, and it always results in us getting canceled on Twitter because we're complaining about not having enough views. It's like there's no... I can't seem to make the connection that we're a film crew of 2 people, and if you want to see like frequent fancy stuff from us, it's like where does it come from? We really wanted to go very big with Boonboomger. We're still working on it. We're kind of trying to, how do you explain it? Trying to make it smaller and something that, I don't know, like maybe we're like doing like a Mia's Revenge kind of thing again, and just, you know, take some of what we've done and kind of repackage it into a smaller, more manageable thing. This was going to be a really big thing.
Earlier this month, Mia and I went to a train show, and there was kind of a funny scene with Thomas. So here's my awesome attempt at a Thomas episode. "I've got a hot date tonight," said Thomas. "I can't be pulling these cars. There's no time for this. I have things I have to do. Get away from me, you stupid passenger cars." Thomas continued to uncouple, but the passenger cars kept following him. I'll lose them in this farm, thought Thomas. But no! The passenger cars just wouldn't leave him alone! Thomas wasn't having any luck with his escape, but he had an idea. Look, everyone, a horse and buggy, he said, and he uncoupled again. But his attempt at a distraction didn't work. The passenger cars just kept following him until he found a switch track. I'm free now! I'm free! So long, suckers, said Thomas, stranding the passenger cars. And Thomas successfully made his getaway just in time for his hot date. No, I'm just kidding. They caught him. Said Thomas, who wasn't very happy. Hey, what do you think? Nailed it? Nailed it.
Hey, Maya. Want some weenies?
Time for a little Smokies.
Little Smokies, Maya? It's a beautiful evening in Pennsylvania. Snowy. Okay, those really are tiny weenies.
We could put a couple of them in each one. Huh?
That's double weenie, Maya. It's time to eat our beans and our weenies. Maya, you may beanie weenie. Mia loves her beanie weenie. I guess I'll end here. Thank you guys for being patrons. Good night.